Thank you for watching Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and on today's episode, we're going to be doing the second or third video of getting started becoming a master hacker. Enjoy. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I fixed my VM again because I gotta constantly fix these VMs. I mean, they just get out of whack when we start experimenting with all these books and doing crazy stuff. And so I have to constantly be re-downloading VMs, but it's fine. They're free. All right, so let's do getting started becoming a master hacker. Let's do the next one on that one. It's a pretty cool book. All right, so I think we left off on the Google hacking topic. So we'll just pick up from there, okay? Let's get this rolling. Trying to pull up my VM. So I had to do a new VM. Okay, so this VM is working, right? All right, let's get started. So yeah, the last video was Google hacking. Okay, if you didn't catch that one, go ahead and look up this series and the last one. But now we'll just start with Netcraft. All right. Okay, so Netcraft. Netcraft is a project out of the United Kingdom that began as an effort to track data about web servers and websites. It is a very reliable source for data on the market share. So we're still in passive reconnaissance, okay? Of web server technologies. For instance, if you want to know what percent of web servers are running Apache, 38.77%, are the most reliable hosting companies like Crest, or the most widely used hosting companies, SoftPlayer, Netcraft is an authoritative source as it does this task of gathering information. It has garnered a remarkable amount of information on millions of websites and servers that we can mine and may prove useful in developing a strategy towards a particular target. If you can find the website at www.netcraft.com, the screenshot below shows the netcraft.com homepage. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's sync this. And let's go to, it's still not showing. Let's close this whole thing and then open it back up and see something's going on with that book. It's not showing any pictures. Maybe it always did that. I don't know. And it's still doing it. So let's go to the library and see if we can sync this up. Let's remove it and then download it again and see if that fixes it. Sync it again. Open. Still crap. Alright, that's fine. We don't need those stinking pictures. Alright, let's see if this link works. Netcraft. Already got it saved. Did we do this on the last video? Possibly, if I've got it saved. So let's close that right there. Internet security and data mining. All right, so check out this Netcraft. Guess you search by web domains. Notice about 2/3 of the way down the far right, there is a window labeled "What's this site running?" Below that label, it states, "Find out the technologies are powering any website." Finding what technologies the website runs is precisely what we want to do. Let's select a target and see what we can find out about them. Nearly all of us are familiar with Facebook, so let's See what information Netcraft can gather about Facebook. All right, let's do that. I don't think I've done this. So let's do that again, actually. Here. Open that up. Let's go to Facebook. Get demo. Apparently, I have to download it again now. Threat intelligence and digital risk protection. What? www.netcraft.com. So this book is kind of old, so you probably have to buy it now. Netcraft.com. Okay. See, and it doesn't look like that, so it's probably not free anymore. Netcraft lists multiple sites, servers, Facebook. I don't want to get a demo. Report fraud. Netcraft.com. Yeah, so you got to download it now, or what's going on? Visible speed, accuracy, and yeah, apparently they. And we can Google and look that up. Phishing protection. What is this? I don't think this is the same Netcraft. It was in that link. And we'll just use this one. Site report, facebook.com. Log into Facebook to start sharing and connecting with your friends. 297 English. Facebook.com. And that's Facebook. Registrafe.com. Who is Registrafe? Here's an IP address. Alright, so it's got a lot of DNS information. As you can see in the screenshot above, Netcraft lists multiple sites and servers for Facebook. Over the years, Facebook has expanded around the world with servers in many locations. Let's take a look at Facebook's original site, facebook.com. The listing tells us was first seen in 1997. The net block is held by Facebook. OS is this site is running in Linux. If we click on site report in the middle, we can see more information on the Facebook. Site report includes the site title, the website ranked among internet's million sites, the first date seen, primary location, description, host history, IP address, operating system, web server, last seen. If we scroll down a bit, we can see more information on the technology site. DMARC, web trackers, and web targeting. Cross-site scripting protection is disabled. Server target software applications use functions. So it's got a bunch of information on here. Site technology fetched 6 days ago. Okay, next one. Very often we can gather even more information about smaller websites and web servers from Netcraft. Some sites, though, are too small to be tracked by Netcraft. Let's see what information they have about www.skullsecurity.com. A website dedicated to IT security and widely used case of Skull Security. Skullsecurity.com. Background, first seen 2007. Description, present, NetBlocker, GitHub.com, site, skullsecurity.com, HTTP, AP addresses, DNS admins, commercial entities, SSL, web trackers, no web trackers. Okay, so there's some information there. Let's see what information they have about that. A website dedicated to IT security and widely used as a source of password lists. Interestingly, under site title for skullsecurity.com, Netcraft has listed not found. A website owner can put in any title they please. This website owner obviously has a sense of humor. Under hosting history, Netcraft has the IP address along with the OS Linux and the web server nginx. All this can be beneficial information. So what did they put? Site title, they put not found. Site title, redirecting. They did have it like that back in the days. I might have changed it. I don't see any site not found on there. Okay. Who is? Whenever anyone registers a domain, they're required to provide some necessary information about themselves and their company. This information can include the name, server, registrar, contact name, address, phone number, and email address. All the information may be useful to an attacker. This information is maintained by the registrar and central agency maintained by the NIC. We can query port 43 these databases for this basic information by using whois command built into nearly every Linux Unix system. Let's query facebook.com from our Kali Linux. Kali Linux, whoisfacebook.com. I'll close this. Put it here. Oh. So, okay. Alright, we'll hear our command line. Who is Facebook.com? Like that. See what it gave us. Actually, let's go back here and then so I can zoom in. How do I zoom in? Let me see. Control plus. This plus. Anyways, I'll just open it. Alright, who is? So we got domain name, facebook.com, registry name, ID, who is server, registersafe.com. It gives you a lot of information, okay? Any other information would be useful to the attacker. This information is maintained. Already read that. Okay, as you can see, the screenshot above, our Kali Linux automatically queries the whois entry, returns the information on the domain, such as name, address, city, zip, phone. Domain owners are always required to provide information on the technical and administrative context to the registrar, but most large companies now provide generic names like Facebook provided here. It's not always the case with smaller companies. When we run smaller Who is queries on skullsecurity.com. We get owner's name, address, phone number. This is Skulls. Who is Skull? Skull security. So again, we'll just clear this. I'll say who is Skull security. Uh-oh. Who is this one? See what it gave us on this. Skullsecurity.com, domain name, who is Squarespace Domains. It's created Squarespace. Database only, domain name, who is I guess they've redacted it. Look, register name redacted for privacy. Probably because of this bug. Okay, let's go. So they changed it. It's been redacted now. If we are using Windows system, we can use the several online whois lookups. We can find one such tool as www.networksolutions.com, but others are available. Whois, domaintools.com, ripe.net, whois.sc. These are just different tools. When we use a browser for Windows to run whois query from the networksolutions.com on skullsecurity.com, we get the following information. When we use a browser from Windows to run a whois query, okay, we get that. Networksolutions.com. Oh, this is just one of the what? Okay, let's go to networksolutions.com. How do I open this sucker? Networksolutions.com, domains here. And then it says enter domain name. What do we want to do? Oh, wait a minute. This is domains. We don't want the domain names. Whois queries. Okay, so we want to run whois queries. Whois search domain no skulls security.com. Is it Skulls Security? Oh, it's just Skull Security. Crap. Search, processing. Now it's just gonna give me shit for no reason. Who is result for skullsecurity.com? Available domains. Damn. Okay, what the hell did that do? I don't want to renew, I just wanted to search. Who cares? That's stupid. I'm mad. You're supposed to give me something like this, so I don't know what the hell. Alright. Note that the information is almost identical to the information we received from the Linux who is lookup, but matter slightly different. Okay, that's cool. Who is, look it up, play with it. It's fun. You get a lot of domain information. You could use that. You remember what I said, the more information you have, the better, right? I mean, that's just the bottom line. Information is king. Okay, Shodan. All of us have used, in most cases, several times per day, Google, Bing, or Yahoo to search for relevant. Hold on, let me see how many minutes I got on this already. To search for relevant material on the internet. Earlier in this chapter, we learned some basics of using Google hacking to find information that might not be readily visible to Google's enormous database of web material. In this section, I'll introduce you to another web search engine called Shodan. Shodan is often referred to as the world's most dangerous search engine because of the data in its indexes and what it reveals. Shodan is a different type of search engine. Instead of crawling all the world's web pages and indexing the information on those pages for search, Shodan crawls the internet and pulls the banners on web servers, then indexes the information found in those banners. Now hold on. This is what I want you to do. Here's some advice. When you come across something like this that goes deep into different things, okay, here's my advice. Do this. I go to Copilot. Now the difference between Copilot and ChatGPT is ChatGPT is an AI that will give you a response that it thinks you want to hear, all right? So it's a little bit AI. Copilot it just gives you the information that it finds on the web about things. So I'm going to type in, what is, hold on. What is the banners on web pages? It's web servers. Hold on. What does it specifically say? It says web servers. On web servers, let's see what it says, right? So it says, in the context of web servers, banners refers to the information that the server reveals about itself when responding to requests. It typically includes details like server name and version, operating systems, enabled modules, other metadata type. Why do server banners matter? Security risks. Exposing too much information can make a server vulnerable to attacks. Customization. Some administrative modified hide banners to reduce exposure. Troubleshooting basic banners. Okay, so that's, now we know what banners are, right? But what's the difference? So it says Google hack. Okay, hold on. Shodan is a different type of search engine. Instead of crawling the world's web pages and indexing the information on those pages. So now this is what I'm gonna say. So this is why. Okay, so this is how you learn. Now, I recommend doing this because what you need to do is you need to understand clearly what it is you're doing. The more you practice doing this, I mean, don't go down a long ass rabbit hole. But when you're trying to learn something one for one, like we're doing now, we're simply learning about Shodan. Okay, by what we're reading, we understand that it's a search engine tool that's considered the most dangerous one, right? I want to know why. Okay, so then I want to know the difference between Google, it searches through indexes in the website, and what it does, and it kind of tells you, right? It says it checks the banners instead of the how Google does it. Now, but watch. So what I do is, so now I know what banners is, right? So I'm like, cool. So it's searching like. Now the banners is part of. Now I don't want to go deep into this; it's beyond the scope. But at least you have some idea what banners are. But it's part of the protocol. It's part of the, when the packets go back and forth, it's sending information, right? So banners is part of all the packets and stuff. But that's going real deep and deep and deep. But we want to keep it on the surface and go, okay, so we know what a banner is. Now we got to go. I'm gonna say, how does Google search web servers? Or something like that, right? Web pages, web servers. Google searches web servers using a process called web crawling, indexing, and ranking. Here's how it works, okay? Crawling. Google uses automated programs called Googlebot, crawlers, robots, spiders. Visit known web pages and follow the links to discover new ones. Download text, images, videos, pages. Respect robots.txt files. Indexing. Once Google crawls the pages, Google analyzes the contents and stores it in an index, massive database. Text, images, blah, blah, ranking, and then it says, okay, so that's fine. Now I want to go, how is Shodan and Google different when searching web servers? Okay. Shodan and Google are both search engines, but serve very different purposes when searching. Google searches focuses on web indexes. Google bots general web searches. Okay. Shodan scans internet connected devices, including web servers, routers, security cameras, and IoT devices. See, that's even clearing it more up. Method: it searches open ports, service vulnerabilities, and IP scanned addresses. Purposes: used to cybersecurity professionals to access network security and find exposed systems. Shodan can reveal sensitive information. Okay, so Google searches web pages, Shodan doesn't. Searches internet connected devices backwards. Uses web crawling, Google does. Uses port scanning, Shodan does. Oh man, that's actually really cool to do this. See, now it's clean. Now I already knew all this, but this right here, this key differences here, I'm actually gonna do this. This is actually cool. I take cool stuff like this, and I post it on my my desktop, pictures. So it'll pop up in the background, and I can look at it every once in a while and be reminded. This is actually a cool little piece of information. Port scanning designed for general users. Shodan isn't designed for security purposes. Okay, so now we know, we cleared all that up. Now you don't have to be a cybersecurity nerd, like me or whatever, like people that are constantly studying cybersecurity and doing all this stuff, to understand what I just did right now. Okay. So what I did was I'm reading, and then I got stuck on something. Now I didn't get stuck because I've already did this research before. I know the difference. I know what Shodan is. I know what a banner is. I know what it's searching on that deeper level. I know what it's doing. Okay, from the programming level. The guy that created it. But and I understand the difference, but when you're first reading this, if you get stuck on something like, yeah, but what is banners? Like, what does that mean? Do some research on it. And exactly what I just did, follow those steps to clear up in your mind what you're actually doing and what you're actually reading. That way, because if you understand something more clearly when you're reading it and you do some research and you clear up all the unknowns, then you'll be okay. Now, do you have the time to do this all the time? Probably not. You're probably just going to go, oh, I'll learn about that later. But if you keep constantly doing that, then there's a lot of stuff that's muddy. And then when you're going to forget to go back, you're going to not clear it up for yourself, not try to understand it better. So you're going to want to do that more often than you don't. I understand people don't have time and stuff, right? All right, so that's just I just threw that in there because I think that's gold. Yeah, whoever's watching my channel and you guys are, you know, studying cybersecurity or you're into it, um, that just trust me, that's gold right there. That'll help you understand it more. Okay, and that goes for any topic. Now that nearly every new device has a web interface, from webcams to refrigerators to security systems, that's IoT, right? Internet of Things. Each of these devices also have a tiny web server embedded as well. These web interfaces are often enabled to allow remote administration, such as in Cisco routers or home security systems. These web interfaces mean that we can connect to these web servers and pull their banners to find information about the device and web server. Fortunately, we do have to do that, as Shodan has done this for us, nicely index all the information. Hold on. Fortunately, we don't have to do that because Shodan does it. And here's a picture of blackness. Expose online services. So here's Shodan, Shodan.com. We can look at that. I've done this. I mean, so these books that I'm doing, they go over the same material, but it's okay, right? We just got to keep chugging along. So Shodan, you can pay for it, and if you are doing a job where you're constantly like a pen tester, I'm sure pen testers, if they're working for a company, have access to like the paid version of Shodan. I'm sure of it, right? The company's going to pay for it and everybody uses it. And whatever, but search engine for Internet of Everything, right? So this is doing exactly what we just read, right? And that looks like it. Okay, another blank thing. So we can browse all searches. What I would recommend is you get on there and you mess with it. Shodan.com, right? John Matherly developed Shodan in 2009. John Matherly. Shodan collects and indexes information from the banners collected from all over the world on web interfaces port 80, HTTP, 21, FTP, 22, Telnet, 23, SSH, 161, SNMP. So, see how they did all these three right here? Eventually, the more and more you mess with cybersecurity and you read these books and you're fiddling with stuff, you're going to have all these memorized, right? You're just going to be, the more you play with it. And 5060 SIP. If you don't know what interface ports are, because you're new to cybersecurity, you're just getting a taste, you're just watching my videos, or you're interested in it, then you got to do your research on it. My famous words are Google it. So you're going to get on there and you're going to do research and you're going to Google what those are. Physical ports are not the same as ports. So what these ports are talking about. Okay. Let's navigate to www.shodan.io. When we do so, we should see the screenshot like this. We already did. The one below, isn't it? To use Shodan, we need to register and open an account. Once we have registered, and before we have learned the subtleties, subtitles, I don't know what the hell is that, of using Shodan effectively. Damn, that's a good word right there. I can't say it, but I know what it's talking about. We may want to look at some of the popular searches offered to the far right. These are searches others have done that reveal intriguing information and don't require you to learn the Shodan search syntax. Man, that was a tough little paragraph right there for me. I don't know what the hell. For instance, here we have used the webcam search. When we click on it, and it has taken us to the web camera that appears to be an airline hangar somewhere on the planet. Yep, there it is. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can find something like that. I'm telling you. Let's go. Well, we don't be on the web. We're not going to register or anything. That's ridiculous. But think you could check. I think if I go to explore, internal observation, what's it? Job boards, door lock access controllers. Nice. Sign up now. God. I'm probably logged in. I could probably log into this. Monitor. What's that? Oh, what's connected? Anyways, I am not gonna register for this again. I'm sure I did in the past. I don't like to log into things while I'm making videos. Let's go to Shodan, the original one. Let's do web cameras. See what comes out. There's a Russian Federation access control origin text. Let's see what happens on this one. Russian Federation. What? Is that the Star Trek Federation, but it's in Russia? Open ports. Let's go to port. That was port 2, huh? Yeah, let's get out of there. Let's go back. Okay, hold up. Let's say web cameras, Russian Federation, Germany. I mean, it's just cool. You gotta mess with stuff. Comstar telecommunications. Error. Ubuntu. Cloud. Russian. Yeah. Click on this, see what happens. I mean, it's just fun stuff to mess around with, right? Here. Digital Ocean LLC, United States, Santa Clarita. Open SSH. Uh-oh. No, I don't want to do that one. I just want to see a camera. What did it say? Look up. Access. Let's see if that camera's still working. Okay, for instance, we have used the webcam search. We click on it. Airplane or somewhere on the website. Router searches. Yeah, let's see. I already got here. Port 22 right there. That's SSH. Let's go to port 80. Would probably be HTTP. SSH. Not found. Found 302 found. Location. Text. So yeah, I mean, it's just fun. Just mess with it. See if we can find a video camera. I haven't messed with this in so long. Web cameras. What is that? What it said? It looked up. Web cameras. Webcam. That's what we're gonna look up. Webcam. See what we got. Webcam. You want more existing accounts? This webcam. And it states. Oh yeah, server SQ webcam. Oh. Hansa Research Conferencing, United Kingdom, London, webcam, oh, Asian webcam, and I just want to see a webcam. Come on now, what's going on here? I'm doing it wrong. What do I gotta click on? Honeypot. What was a honeypot? I want to check out a honeypot. Oh my gosh. This one's got information. There you go. What we got? Russian Federation again? Man. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see if I can find a webcam on here. This one doesn't say webcam. That one does. Webcam, blah, 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 blah. Please log into... Oh, I didn't even see this damn error right here. Oh, Lord help me. So, you gotta look at your errors. Always look at your errors. Or else you're just gonna just spin your wheel for nothing. I just wasted like 2 minutes of everybody's time. If you read this error, it says error. Please log in to use search filters. God, I'm not gonna log in. Oh hell! I apparently hacked the file. Yeah. So okay, there you go. Yeah, dang it! I just wasted all kinds. Apparently, I've already logged into this before. Man, Lord help me. Alright, now we can try to see if we can find something, right? Let's click on here. Fraser Mountain Internet. Does it say webcam though? Oh. Text picture. I want webcam. Let's see. Now we might be able to do something. There's webcam right here. Let's click on this and see what that does. Do I click on this one? Oh God. Come on, help me. Error. Request to the backend timeout. Please try again. Different error. Webcam. Wireless router login screen up. I'm gonna put in open webcam, or I could put and keep track webcam. I mean, this is something that I would play with for a while. Like, I could just play with it and play with it and play with it and play with it. Let's go down here and see if we can go to something like IP cameras. Connection close. IP cam. Connection close. Open ports. What is this? Just make it bigger. That dude try to open that up. They're all closed. I don't know what. So I don't know, just play with this. I mean, it's fun. I don't got time to play with this stuff. I'm not really interested in it. But yeah, you can just keep playing with it. Get on there, figure it out. All right, let's keep moving. Netgear. When we go to the router searches, we can find the interface of a router such as this one. In many cases, using the default username and password gives you access to these routers. Maybe even more frightening is the web interfaces of SCADA industrial systems such as oil refining, manufacturing, electrical transmissions, and others. Systems can also be found accessing Shodan. Yeah, right. And that's what cybersecurity is. When you're setting up a SCADA system or something of that nature, you need to make sure it's not no open ports are open and nothing's accessible through Shodan. So you probably want to run a Shodan search, see if yours shows up or any ports are open, any of that stuff, right? And I think Shodan runs a scan, an updated scan, like every I don't know, every 2 weeks or something like that. I have no clue. You have to look that up too. So here's the hosting, here's the host summary, and this is all the stuff we saw, SMBs. Okay, here we were able to find the web interface to a hydraulic plant in Genoa, Italy. Shodan search syntax. The popular search above are all well and good, interesting, but not very targeted. These particular searches make the helpful demonstration, but how do we use Shodan to find specific web interfaces? Remember, Shodan indexes web interfaces banners. Pulls the banner information and then stores and indexes that information. When we search Shodan, we can look for that information from the banner. Shodan has few keywords that can help us narrow down our search specific interfaces, such as after or before, limits our research results to banners that have been indexed before or after a specific date, country, filter our results by country, filtering two-letter country codes, host name, filters results by domain name, net. So this is, we'll probably use this one if we're looking for our stuff, if we know all our information, right? Net filters results by IP address range, and we know that. But you got to be careful putting in your information in there in the Shodan and anything, because you don't know if they're keeping all that stuff. Geo filter the results by longitude and latitude, filters the results by host and operating systems. Port filters results by port. Let's use these filters to find some specific web interfaces. So I don't know what that guy put there. What if we're looking for only Cisco routers? Remember, Shodan indexes the information it pulls from the web interface. So if the web interface announces the world that it is a Cisco device, vigilant security administrators can suppress the banners or even put in fake banners. See, and this is what cybersecurity would do. This is what you would do in cybersecurity if you're setting it up, right? Shodan indexes as such, and then we can search for that keyword. For instance, if we put the word Cisco in the search engine, we pull up 3 million devices, because Shodan indexes IP addresses for every web interface it pulls, and IP addresses are distributed to geographically specific locations. We can search Shodan by location. If we only want to find Cisco devices in India, we can search with Cisco country IN. Now we can do this, right? And it's going to where's Shodan? Did I close Shodan? I'll close the Shodan. Okay. Now it's gonna give me the whole damn name. Okay, so Cisco country in India, and then it's gonna pull up a bunch of Cisco servers in India. And like I said, play with this. Look, it's the top cities. It's showing you. Always read your prompts and read your stuff. Product spotlight. Keep track of what you've connected to the internet. Check out Shodan monitor. Okay, that's not important. And then we can read this is obviously an IP address. And here's your your internet service provider is. Click on that. It'll probably tell us it's in India. So this is how, if I was really serious about trying to understand how to use this website, you can probably go to help and all that too. You can probably watch videos, or you can just read these line by line, trying to figure them out, right? Here's the VPN. So here's your SSL certificate, GoDaddy secure certificate, GoDaddy.com, the register with them, HTTP 1.2, okay, content type, keep it live. So, and you can click on this and start, figure stuff out. Okay, let's go to the next thing. When we do so, Shodan narrows our search down to just 71,147 devices. Still a pretty unwieldy amount, but more working than 3 million. To get more workable than 3 million. To get more specific, we can filter by port. Let's assume we're looking at Cisco devices in India or using VoIP. We know that VoIP uses SIP protocols, port 5060, so we can narrow the search down to engine, port 5060. And there's a picture of it. Port, another picture. Okay, this in tech narrows our search down to 2,430 routers in India, port 5060, that are open. Let's refine our search a bit more. As I pointed out earlier, Shodan indexes the manner information of the IP addresses. What if we want to narrow our search down to those Cisco routers in India, port 5060, open, and are on the subnet, blah blah blah. We can search Shodan by typing in this. So now I'm going to do this one to see what I get. Copy. We can go to Shodan. Go up here, just do this, paste, and take the whole damn book name out apparently, because it always does it. It's pretty cool to copy from the book like that now, but I mean, it has some drawbacks. Now we have 4 results. And I'm not going to click on any of this stuff because I'm not interested in it. Okay, Shodan finds exactly 1 router that meets it. So we got 4 now. Now let's open those results. Well, the book said so. And that's 1 result. Here we can see that we have an interface to a Cisco router in New Delhi, India, port 560, opened at the IP address. We specified if the router is unprotected, we may be able to access it without further trouble by simply clicking through this entry. If it requires authentication, first try the default username and password, and only if that fails, then try to brute force it like THC Hydra. For a tutorial on THC Hydra, go to hackersarise.com. So this guy is this book is written by help me Lord. This book is written by Occupy the Web, and he's a hacker that goes by Occupy the Web. That's his name, I guess, apparently, or his alias. And he has his own website called hackersarise.com, which I think if you are going to spend money on stuff and you want to spend money to learn how to hack, and you maybe want to learn the real stuff, like the real cool stuff, and you want to learn it from somebody that's been hacking, actual hacker and all that. I mean, from what from what he says in all his videos and all this stuff, but you never trust anything. But I would go to hackersarise.com, okay, because all these certifications and stuff, they're fine. They get you jobs and stuff. But if you're actually wanting to learn some practical skills, I think this guy he has this website set up kind of like, it's like seminars. So you pay $230 and you have access to like seminars on different stuff on hacking. And I heard it's really great. So there you go. Okay, Shodan is he's the one that wrote this book. Okay, and this book is in every damn cybersecurity college. I don't care which one it is. You're gonna take a class, and they're gonna have you go through this book and do assignments and stuff. Okay, and that's what I did. That's why I have this book, because I did this in school, and I went through this book. That's why it seems all familiar to me, because I went through this book already, and it's a great book. Okay, I did a lot of, the teacher had us do assignments from it and actually do all these searches and stuff like that and submit screenshots. And so Hackers Arise, and we can even go there, right? And we can just check it out. So if I go here, and I mean, this, it's fun, right? So, I mean, it's just more options, right? Because there's so many dumb crap out there that's wanting to take your money, that you're gonna pay, so you can get certified and stuff. And what is it for? I mean, what are you really learning, right? I'm serious. I mean, you need to have practical experience on stuff. You need to research. You need to do reverse engineering. You need to do stuff, right? So welcome to Hackers Are Right. So this is Occupy the Web. And he started in 2023, I guess. You can put in here your email, which, I mean, I'm sure he's got tracking stuff on his website and everything. I mean, he's a hacker, so I can imagine the stuff that's on here. You know, don't miss out. So look, cybersecurity starter bundle 2. So Linux Basic for Hackers version 2. And this is probably digitized. Like this Network Basic for Hackers, I have this book, and in the next, like, I would say month, I'm going to digitize it, and I'm going to put it on there. And I'm gonna do this book because this is an awesome book. Linux Basic for Hackers. I've got that one. I'm doing a video on that one. This is version 2. So he wrote all these books, and then he sold for just $169. Damn. What is this? Take command of your future. All these books and training videos you need to start hacking for just $169. And these are all digital copies. Damn. This is actually a good deal. Alright, I don't know what the hell why that just popped up, because he's selling it. So look, anti-forensics, let's go to, this is the one I want to take because it's for my school. Physical security, SCADA hacking. And the SCADA hacking, I'm sure he's using Shodan to find and teach it. It's a seminar. SCADA ICS hacking. I want to do this for my school, right? And then, so, you know, you can click on the seminar inside Russian government, SCADA hacking and security. Let me read more about that one. See, look, SCADA and ICS industry systems. This is the industry I'm in. Industrial control systems, ICS. And extensive pre-compromise, you know, so this would be great. I would love to take this, and I actually probably am going to take this. It's just a seminar, and then I guess it has all the material. This would be great. Look, domain compromise through NTDS. I don't want to see this shit. Sorry, permafresh. Targeting operational technology. I'm getting off topic, but this is a great. You guys want to check this out too. This is, I would say, this is a great source. What is that? That was a seminar. No, here's training, membership, training packages, training paths, cybersecurity starter bundle, master hacker bundle, OSINT, digital forensics. I'm just kind of checking this out. This is it's on sale, but what is it? Yeah, see, Python basics for hackers. I mean, so he's got some stuff on here that are not on Amazon that he has on here only, like this one. What is this? Python basic for hackers pre-order. As soon as this comes out, I'm going to do a video or series on it. So, I mean, you can buy it from here for cheaper, probably. I don't know. It's a course. Okay, let's check this one out. Basic purchase ebook. What? I don't understand. So I don't have time, but anyways, guys, check it out. All right. I think that's it. We're gonna stop there. You can use dig, and we'll use dig next, but we're gonna stop here and just make this a, pretty cool little video. There's so many resources out here, but remember, like, it's kind of like, okay, so you want to learn real hacking. Okay, you got to kind of keep in mind the people you're learning from, right? So do your research on your teachers and what these guys are showing you, right? And so, like, this guy, figure out who he is, occupy the web, and see if you could do some research on him, what his past was, who he worked with. He's been on Darknet Diaries. He's talked about all the stuff he's done and who he's worked for. But can we verify all that? I don't know. Right? But he's writing a lot of books. They're popular. I like them. They're actually technical books. They work. Commands work. So he obviously knows what he's doing. I like Occupy the Web's books. They're really great. So I would kind of, I am, and I probably am going to take a couple of his courses and stuff. That's it. So we'll keep on going. Like I said, he's the author of this book. So, that was becoming a getting started becoming a master hacker. This was Hack the File. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Have fun.